Hey everybody, Twilly123T here, back with Pokemon Soul Silver, and in this episode, as you may have guessed, we are going to be capturing the Legendary Lugia. So what you want to do is come down here to Olivine City, and surf down from here. Hold on, got a wild encounter. Alright, so I just had to cut some of that out. Over here is TM, well, I didn't even catch the number, but it's for a pluck. Not a very useful move at all. Alright, so basically you're just going to keep surfing. You're going to want to hug the rocks to the right here, and just kind of go as they guide you, and you'll get there pretty easily. Yeah, there's a swimmer down here you're going to have to deal with. I'm going to cut him out. I believe he has a Tentacruel, and something else. I forget his third Pokemon, but it's all really easy. Just, at this point in the game, you'd probably be over, you're prepared for anything on this route. So, here, this whirlpool over here. I forget if that girl battles you, so I'm just going to swim around here. But the whirlpool that you saw, this is the whirlpool that we're going to need to go through. So make sure that you have whirlpool on one of your Pokemon, and also make sure. No, I was just saying flash and strength. Those are both optional for this cave. They can help you out a lot. Strength can help you get a couple more items, but only whirlpool is the only HM that is mandatory for this cave. So, yeah, also, if you are playing Heart Gold, you'll be able to capture Ho-Oh, not Lugia, and for that you need to go back to Ecruteak City, go into the Burning Tower, is that what it's called? And, yeah, it'll basically be the same thing. You get through the tower, Kimono Girls are there, and you'll capture Ho-Oh. So you don't need to do this if you're playing Heart Gold, at least not at this point in the game. Alright, so here's the cave. You could use Flash, but honestly I know an easy way to get to Lugia without Flash. Just do what I did right there, go across the top, jump those things. And here I believe we just need to go down. Just, stay really close to the left side of the wall. Just, kind of follow the wall. And you'll get there, you just... it's hard for me to tell what I was doing. Oh, repel. Also, make sure you have a lot of max repels for this cave. Well, you don't actually need them, but I highly recommend them. So, yeah, we just gotta get max repel here. Alright. And down here is a ladder. So you just go down this ladder and... look at that, you're already done with the Dark Park. Over here, you'll find a Max Revive, I believe. Yeah, that's a Max Revive, so that'll come in handy. Yeah, you can't buy those in the game, so that's really good. If you want to mess around and go get that item, you'll need Strength, and you'll have to do it on the floor above it. It's just all really complicated, but I'm not going to worry about those extra items. So here, this guy, he'll stop you. In Soul Silver, you'll show him the Silver Wing, and you'll get through. In Heart Gold, he'll stop you and you'll go back, unless you're playing in the after game. But this isn't the after game, I'm just talking about the main game. In the after game of Heart Gold, you can actually come here, and in the after game of Soul Silver, which I'll eventually show, we'll be able to go to the Burning Tower, I believe. Alright, so as you saw, you could get a rare candy inside that little cavern. I recommend getting that. Just, you never know when it may come in handy. Alright, so now we're going down these ramps. Whee! Okay, don't surf here. Just go in here, and you'll see, your Pokemon goes inside this Pokeball, which means shit's about to go down. And then the Kimono Girls are here, and Zuki, or whatever her name is, basically tells you that this is where Lugia is at, and that you're the chosen one, and you're going to catch it and stuff. Okay, so here's some bell or something, and it's just like sitting there, and yeah, now they like start doing some weird dance to like summon Lugia and stuff, and yeah, basically it's like a cutscene in Pokemon, if that makes any sense. So the water's like all floating around and stuff, and they're still doing their weird little dance, and not much else to say. And then these, I'm guessing those are also bells wrapped around the rocks. Yeah, because the bell in the middle is glowing. Yeah, they all start to glow and stuff. First the one on the left, Then the one on the right starts to glow, and now we've got 3 glowing bells, which means Lugia is almost ready to come out of the waterfall, or wherever it's hiding. I guess it'd be hiding in the waterfall. I don't know where else, but whatever. Alright, so moving around, and here's something really cool about to happen. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. The waterfall. Awkward silence, it's shaking. And you know what, screw it. Oh, there it is. Lugia. Alright, you can see its eyes. And then here, this like awesome freaking stuff happens. It's like amazing right here. It's like boom! Just look at that. Is that not amazing graphics? I mean, seriously, it's a Pokemon game. That's really good. That's like pro shit. But yeah, I'd say that's definitely a step up from the original Gold and Silver. Yeah. Alright, so here's Lugia here. He's like, boom. So yeah, where's the chosen one? I gotta kick his ass or something. Alright, so they're just gonna tell you more stuff about Lugia, and then we're almost ready to go try and capture it. The title bell, that's what it's called. Okay. Now that we've cleared that out of the way. Alright, so you're gonna want to go over here. And you're gonna want to save. Definitely save. I save stated, but, you know, if you're playing a legit game, you're gonna have to actually use the in-game save option, obviously. Unless you're like maybe playing on an Ace card. I don't know, just don't ask me. Alright, so you're gonna want to surf right there, go to Lugia, talk to it, and it's gonna be like, Gau! And then you're gonna have this weird animation thing. And then in comes Lugia. Alright, so, you know, there's a lot of ways you can approach this. One way is to take the defensive approach, which I am obviously not going to be taking, as you'll see soon. Also, no, I'll just point that out at a later time, but the defensive approach would be like saying, setting up stockpiles with something, and, you know, then walling it out and chipping away at its HP rather slowly. Another way you could do it is get, like, it's a special attacker. It has no physical moves. It has a flying type, a psychic type, a water type move, and then rain dance. So it's got a pretty good combination there, and they're all special moves. So if you can get X special defenses somewhere, use those in battle. Use a bunch of those. You'll be able, that'll also be really good. I kind of like that method. I just decided not to do it. Alright, now I'm about to kill this Lugia with Avalanche. So luckily I save stated. So basically a lot of stuff happens where I have to save state and stuff, so just try to keep up and imagine like what happened in the time I was gone and stuff. So as I was saying before, ways to approach this, you could just do what I'm doing and just chip away its HP and heal your Pokemon every now and then after it takes damage off on you. Like I said, it's all special attacker. It has Hydro Pump, Aeroblast, Rain Dance, and what was I thinking again? Hydro Pump, Aeroblast, Rain Dance, and Extrasensory. That's it. In the original game, it had Recover. Luckily, it does not have that in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So make sure you also have a lot of Ultra Balls. I bought 25 Ultra Balls, and I'm going to be chucking those at it now that I have it in the red. Also, it's really good to have a status ailment on it. If you can get sleep, paralysis, or even freeze it, those would all be great. That'd be really good. But I don't recommend poisoning it or burning it, because if you get it at a low HP and you don't catch it, it could die from that, and then you have to redo all that. So I don't really recommend doing those. Alright, so, what else is there to say about it? Ultra Balls. You already know its moveset. Alright, I guess there's really not much else to say. Just throw Ultra Balls at it. Oh, do not use your Master Ball in this. I highly recommend that you don't use your Master Ball on Lugia at this point. Because, like, there's going to be Pokemon like Raikou that will run around, and you'll run into those, but they'll run away if you don't like catch it on the first try, or you mean look it in or something. So save your Master Ball. Don't use it on this. It's better to have a bunch of Ultra Balls where you can try again if you saved on this, instead of having to try repeatedly on a running Pokemon that's just as powerful. Or, well, a little less. I think it's a lower level, but still. Use it on, like, Raikou or Entei or something. There are Pokemon later in the game that are much more worthy of the Master Ball than Lugia, you could say. Also, you don't have to do this before the Elite Four. In theory, I could have went straight from the 8th gym to the Elite Four, but I just thought it'd be easier to get Lugia out of the way. Same goes for Ho-Oh and Heart Gold. You don't have to do that before the Elite Four, but honestly, a lot of people do it this way, and I thought it'd be easier this way, so that's why I'm doing this before the Elite Four. Like I said, later in the game, we'll be able to go get Ho-Oh, and later in Heart Gold, you're able to get Lugia. They're at a higher level, though, so, like, it won't be level 40. Lugia won't be level 45 Gold, and Ho-Oh won't be level 45 in Soul Silver. Alright, so now that I've filled all your brains with about 11.5 minutes of information, we still got about 4 minutes to go on this of me just, throwing Ultra Balls at Lugia and failing at catching it. Although we do catch it, obviously. This is a post-commentary because I knew I'd have a lot of difficulties and I'd have to pause a lot. And I just didn't want to I wouldn't make a good commentary with all that on my mind and having to worry about all that. So that's why this is a post-commentary. I want to get a lot of information in this episode. So, yeah. What's good about it is Lugia will use Rain Dance a lot. However, you've got to look out because it'll boost with Hydro Pump. It'll boost the Hydro Pump, and Hydro Pump's already a powerful enough move as it goes. Even though Lugia, believe it or not, it's not a water type, it's Flying Psychic, so it's not stabbed, but still the Rain Dance plus Lugia's very high special attack will be a deadly combination on your Pokemon. Unless you take the defensive approach with like X special defenses or stockpile or something that'll, you know, raise your special defense and then, you know, chip away its HP slowly. But most people, I think, prefer the quicker way, which is what I'm doing, is get it down on the red, chuck Ultra Balls at it, maybe get a status ailment off on it. But other than that, not much else to do about it. So I forget what the exact number of balls I used on it was, but I did use quite a few. But yeah, so of course you're going to need a lot of Ultra Balls. You're catching a legendary Pokemon, the legendary beast Lugia, and yeah. Also, get some Hyper Potions or Max Potions or 4-stores or something, or even Revives will work, because just make sure you don't run out of Pokemon, because, you know, then you white out, you have to do all the cave over again, you have to come back here, and you gotta catch it. Or, you know, you could kill it if you're one of those weird people that don't want to capture a legendary Pokemon for some odd reason. But, yeah. You probably already knew half the stuff that I told you, if not all of it, but just wanted to get that in for any, don't want to say noobs, because that's offensive, but, yeah. Plus, honestly, there's not much else to say with me chucking Ultra Balls at a Pokemon. I mean, what am I supposed to commentate over that? Alright, so, I believe this episode's going to be nearing an end. Just about a minute left. So, it came down to my Typhlosion and Lugia, and throughout this LP, my Typhlosion has had a lot of good luck. So, I was kind of, you know, happy that that was my last Pokemon. But the luck didn't really start to roll in when my Ultra Balls, you know, didn't do anything. So basically, there was one point where, oh yeah, I cut off until I caught it, and I finally caught that, and I was like, yeah. I probably spent about 10 minutes off screen throwing Ultra Balls, failing, being dead or running out of Ultra Balls, then loading back up. So I'm going to meet you guys at the Pokemon Center and show you guys my Lugia stats. Alright there, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Here's Lugia and stuff. Yeah, Lugia is awesome.